All right, this is a good time to come in and talk about folders. We look at all these folders. Obviously, the ones you really want to pay attention to are the red folders. Per country. Hotter numbers are bad. Generally, they're bad. Let's think about this. What numbers? Let's say the interest rate. Most people want to talk about the interest rate. Don't we want interest rates lower? The people, right? When you're for the people and not the profits, you want the interest rates down. But if you're for the profits and not for the people, you want the interest rates up. That's interest rates. But we have all kinds of interest rates. It starts with the federal funds rate. And then you have mortgage rates. And then the auto loans and the banks and all these rates. If we're cutting interest rates, as the Fed is cutting interest rates, we cut by 1.75 basis points within the last 2 years. If that's the case, then why is the 10-year yield going up? If we're cutting interest rates, shouldn't the interest rates be coming down? They're not. They're going up. It's more expensive to borrow lesser valued dollars. I always want to start with interest rates because that's the most important thing we can talk about. It lets you understand that when it's going up, it's bad for the market. But in the case of the interest rates, it's making assets more expensive to purchase. So in a way, it's having a reverse effect. If you bought stocks, your stocks are going to start getting more expensive to buy. You see, you're supposed to get on the train. Not trading or investing advice, but very important to understand what's really going on here. The value of the dollar is dropping and the assets are getting more expensive. So that's the interest rate. But with this Australian dollar, the Australian news event, right? AUD, Australian, the CPI. Inflation, consumer inflation, is if it goes up, it's bad. They want inflation to come down. So the cooler, the better, the hotter, the worse is the information on a red folder. It could be Japan. It could be the Swiss. It could be France. It could be Europe. Their CPI and PPI, consumer price index, and producer price index. If the numbers are up, that means they're hotter and it's bad. When it's down and it's cooler, it's good. You can say that for, what other? PCE, those three, the interest rates, the CPI, PPI, and the PCE. You want to see cooler numbers. The hotter the numbers, the worse. Oh, and unemployment. When unemployment is up, that's bad, right? When unemployment is down, that's good. It's another example of how you're able to read the news. I don't follow all these numbers, but when I see them, okay, this is what they predicted, and then this is what it was. That's all you're going to see. Anytime a report comes out, you're going to see what was predicted and what the actual was. It's either going to be better or worse. And it's delayed. So this CPI, PPI is for last month. It's not this month. This month has to play out, and then this month will be reported next month. For the interest rates, for the CPI, PPI, for the PCE, for unemployment, for jobless claims, all of that is going to be delayed information. That's why it's so pertinent to get on the right side of the information. Get on the wave of the information and do not let your finger off the pulse because it has everything to do with you. That's how you can get on the train, by surrounding yourself with people who know, getting in the know, staying in the know, and getting on the train. Everybody comes up with all these opinions and don't know what they're talking about. There's only one way to do this, and that's the right way. That's what we got to do. Pay forward the proper information. There's too much opinions going on. You need the facts and get away from these opinionated people, because they're going to just lead you to a slaughterhouse somewhere and you're not going to be able to get out of it. It's everywhere, unfortunately. You have to want to know the truth, and once you have it, you don't want to do nothing else. So that's how we read it. I love when somebody posts something, we can talk about it. We post the numbers, we talk about the numbers. I can give you all the corrections as far as the trading. If you post some numbers, I can tell you exactly what the problem is. Not from opinion, from the facts, the basic scale of 100. That's what we're doing. All this stuff goes together. We can get to the business no matter what. That's what we need. It's necessary. There's too much fraudulence going on. Got to pull away from it so you can start your healing process. From your mind to your body to your spirit to your bank account. Hey.